Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of Let's Play Xenoblade Chronicles 2. In the last episode we just finished off by breaking Dromarch out of prison, and we're also looking for Nia. We also put together Tora's artificial blade Poppi, and I wanted to give you guys a quick tip if you guys are playing along with this playthrough. If you go back into Dromarch's room that you broke him out of, there is a chest in here and it has a couple items in it. So yeah, don't forget to pick that up, and all those doors are actually locked, so you can't get into any of them. But right now we're going to be looking for Nia on this ship and hopefully breaking her out of here, as well as probably trying to find out some of the inland... Ooh, they didn't aggro on us. Well, let's go ahead and try and kill these guys. We're actually going to try and find out a little bit more of the story, maybe a little bit more as to why Nia was even part of Tora in the first place. But... You know, I've been playing through this game, and I've complained a lot about the voice acting of the soldiers and how when you're fighting them, they're like, "Don't forget me! Don't forget me!" like over and over again, and it's really frustrating. But at the same time, it's really not that bad in comparison if you just turn the volume down. I want to keep the English voice actors on just because that's what I've been doing, and I don't want to like change it up now, but... You know, it's not so bad if you turn it down. I really hate that aspect of the game, and I hate that I have to turn it down, but hey, okay, let's interact with this. But it's just a really frustrating part of the game to have to listen to them say that all the time, and I know I harp on it a lot, but it's actually a pretty frequent part of the game, and which is not cool in my opinion, that we have to continually deal with having to listen to these guys say the same thing over and over again. I feel like when playtesting this game, they would have noticed like, oh, is it okay that we have 5 guys in the same room all saying the same thing every single time you hit them? I feel like any normal person would find that annoying as they're playing through this game, but, you know, they decided to leave it in, and that's fine. There are still very great aspects to this game, and I don't want to beat a dead horse any more than I have to, but it's pretty frustrating. But other than that, the combat's great. The one thing I will say about combat, and I'll have a demonstration for this in a little bit, and there is a brief pause whenever you use a special. Like after you use a special, like Rex will do like a little dance or something like that, and during that time, for some odd reason, you're actually vulnerable to attacks. Okay, so there's steam going through there too, so it looks like we're gonna have to turn this one off as well. But yeah, you're actually vulnerable to attacks, which is a little bit frustrating because you can just get wrecked that way. It reminds me of when I was doing the side quest episode for the Torgoth/Gormott side quests, which there's more of that to come. Basically there was a point where I was facing like 3 different enemies, and I was trying to have to, you know, fend them off all at the same time, and every time I would use a special to kill one, I'd be like, yes, okay, one's down, I can move on to the next one. But I would catch my sword. I was using Pyre at the time. I would catch my sword and I'd be like, do this little dance, and then they would just do like, they get like 3 free hits off on me. I'd be down to like 1/3 health, and then I'd have a hard time recovering. And I think that's a little bit of a glaring... I don't know, it's not too bad, because especially when you have multiple people in your party like I do right now, it becomes more of a non-issue, other than just an annoyance rather than something that's actually a problem. But when you're by yourself and you're the only one that's taking damage and you don't have like a tank or a healer besides yourself, it can actually put you in quite a bind, because you're just taking free damage and there's no one there to actually revive you when something goes wrong. And we got another Ox Core for that. Break Resist. We're going to have to look at a lot of these and what they do. Well, let's go ahead and explore some of the parts of this ship. This is the living quarters of these guys, so I guess we're going to have to take these guys out, which is fine with me. I love this moveset, guys. Right now, I don't know if you guys are interested in knowing, you know, a lot of the technical parts of the game, like what I do in between episodes in terms of leveling things up and adding different accessories, pouch items, chips and Ox Cores and things like that. Me personally, I love seeing that when I'm watching a playthrough of the game, because I like to see how the game works and determine whether or not it's a game that I would like to play. Even if I don't plan on playing it, it's always nice to see a lot of the leveling systems and how things work in different video games. But I'm wondering if you guys are interested in ever learning about that, and if you guys would rather just me tell you what I've done in terms of changes in each episode, that could be fine too. Basically what I've got going right now is I've got an attack stone on Rex, and it's basically just... Oh, I almost missed that. Basically an attack stone will increase your auto attacks. Usually I would have like a muscle belt on for my, because the higher your strength is, the more damage your arts do. But I think I'm less arts focused with Emma being my blade, and I'm more focused on auto attack. So I feel like since I do so many, my auto attack is so quick that I feel like it would just make more sense to go ahead and try and do an attack stone. And the worst part about it is that I actually am on the lowest rarity of said attack stone. It's not very strong, but that's totally fine. It's actually an aspect of the game that I really enjoy, is having a different rarity for each item. It's like you can have an item that, I don't know, in a lot of games, if you have a rare item, they usually do something really crazy in comparison to other items. So, you know, they might have some really weird effect, but I like items in games that, you know, serve a pretty normal purpose. Like in this game, a muscle belt. You have a muscle belt and it has 3 different forms of rarity, maybe more, I haven't seen any higher. And it's like a really good item, and then you can get a higher rarity of it and get a better form of it. I like that because, you know, right now, as it stands, like the lowest rarity, it'll give you plus 20 health, or I mean plus 20 strength, but at a higher rarity, it can give you plus 22, and so on and so forth. I really like that aspect. But yeah, basically I'm running an attack stone that's going to up my attack speed, and I'm also running, well, there's a chest in there, but I think that's closer to where we need to go based on the waypoint. So we're going to go this way and fight these guys. But I don't know, I like the attack speed aspect, and the other accessory I have on is, I think it's called like something like a soldier vest or something like that. It basically raises your HP by 400. I've got a few items that actually raise your HP, but this one happens to raise it by the most. You know, that initial item you get from the Argentum Trade Guild does raise your HP by like 24%, but 400 is higher than that, so it ends up being a lot more beneficial to use that item. For Tora, basically, from what I can tell from what Poppi can do for him as his artificial blade, he basically is the tank. So basically a lot of his role is going to be just tanking up a lot of... Oh, I actually switched to Pyra. Didn't mean to do that. I guess it's so much slower. I don't know what it is about this, but it's just so slow that it's not something that I really like. I mean, I do a lot of damage with my arts, but... it's so slow. I feel like I do so much more damage when I use Emma, so I'm actually going to switch back over to Emma really quick. I didn't mean to do it. Anyways, Tora seems to be quite the tank in terms of, I don't know, you can actually switch based on the CPU that Poppi has, what kind of role she plays. So it's from what I've seen and what all the blades I've seen, you can choose to have like a tank, a healer, or an attacker. Pyra is an attacker and Emma is a healer, and I've also got a tank blade that I don't use at the time, or at the current moment. But basically, all of those, what they're going to do for you is make sure, like the tank is obviously, you know, it's going to tank all the damage, the healer is going to heal you up, and then the attacker is going to do the most damage. So, oh, okay, treasure trove in here. So, Nia, I've tried to like gear her towards like a healing role. I think when I was leveling her, it's been a little while since we actually haven't got to see Nia in a little bit. Dang it, I actually have Pyra out again. I don't want to have Pyra out. Since we had, I remember putting some points into some of Nia's healing abilities, since Dromarch is also a healer. So maybe once we get Nia back in the party, Emma might not be as viable in terms of her healing capabilities. It might not be very necessary, but it seems like her DPS is slightly better than Pyra's, maybe just due to the fact that she attacks much quicker and it feels like we're doing more. But, see, let's just put this in. Yeah, it feels like we just do more. Because we're attacking so much quicker, and it looks like we're getting like 170. That's just gonna loop. It's just gonna loop us back to where we were. So we're gonna actually go this way. So, I don't know. We're gonna switch Pyra out because I really don't. I like Pyra, but Emma seems to be a little better. Can we go in here? It is locked, so we cannot go in there. So we're gonna go in here. I see a treasure trove. Oh, and a new enemy.
Okay, time to.
But yeah, other than that, the things that I've got equipped in terms of accessories, I've got a wing chip on both my blades because it's the most expensive and nicest one you can get. Basically, wing chips are what's gonna affect like how strong your blades are. It's kind of like attachments to make, like, basically the wing chip I have makes my arms look like that. Before, my little arm weapons looked a little bit different, but I used a different wing chip and it actually made them change appearance. So I think this one actually gives us a higher attack damage, like per auto attack. I don't know, it was the best one I could find, so I went ahead and used it. And then her affinity chart's gone up a bit, but that's a little bit of a issue. There's nothing super important. That's like something we can't really control. I guess we can try to fulfill some of the... Basically, you level that up by doing certain little quests to level them up, but it's nothing that you can like level up on your own, like go and selectively choose the things you want. On a bronze chip, see, we don't really need that because we have got pretty good chips in us already, so I think we're getting pretty close to where Nia is. Yes.
No doubt about it. That's the place.
Who are you people? They're the terrorist friends.
We are her friends, but I won't let you call her a terrorist. Let's show him a thing or three.
Okay, so this guy's actually got something that I was talking about in one of the previous episodes. I think it was actually just last episode. And we saw it before. It was basically that little symbol above his head indicates that he's a little bit of a tougher enemy. Like, he's a regular enemy, but he's like a special version of the regular enemy. And he's going to do a little bit more damage, but his drops are going to be nicer. What the tutorial basically described was that this guy... People are going to think you're cool in the village for defeating this guy, is basically what he said. And so, hopefully he gives us some pretty decent drops, but these guys are really tanky. They're taking quite a bit of damage. Oh, and Tori's taking a little bit of a beating. They're not really going after me that much. Oh, yeah, okay, we grabbed all those at once, which is good. And I've got another heal right here. This is so nice being a healer. I feel like that's just like the way to go. And I guess I'm gonna try and find a CPU chip by playing that Tiger game, so that way Poppi is like a tank instead of whatever she is right now. I think she's just like pretty standard right now. I don't think there's anything like super special about what she's got going on. We're healing so much off of this. I don't know, it feels like the way to go, but maybe it's not. I'm sure that attacker is going to do way more damage, but right now Emma does more damage than Pirate does, so... Alright, we defeated him.
Jen?
You alright, Nia?
Rex? You...
My lady, apologies for my late arrival.
Don't mention it. I didn't think anyone was coming at all.
As if we'd leave you. Always help those who help you. That's the second rule of the Salvage's Code.
Well, that's you all over, ain't it?
Rex! Tora has found escape route! Hurry! Hurry!
A Nopon?
He has been of some assistance.
We made a new friend.
Nice to meet you.
Well, I think we've overstayed our welcome here. Time to get moving.
Okay, so does she like love Jin or something? Is that some kind of affection thing? Oh, we finally got her back in our party as well. I wonder if that was like some sort of like affectionate thing. Okay, this is basically telling us okay, there's 3 types. Okay. Poppi is the exception. She can change her role by using Poppi swap feature. Try your hand at Tiger and get a hold of role CPUs. Okay, we know this. So basically, yeah, there's 3 types of blades in this game. You can either be a healer, a tank, or you can be an attacker. And it's kind of what I've already talked about. But those doors are sealed. Okay, so... Okay, we can get into the armory now. Looks like this is the way to the hangar. Sounds like a way out of here. May, door is locked, no way to open. Even Poppi probably not able to break through this. But we're so close. Rex, take a look over there. Looks like a button. Are we gonna have to go press that? Good eyes, could be the switch to open it. We don't have many options, but to try. If it does open the door, we surely be able to escape through that hangar. Then what are we waiting for? Looks like we have to leave this room for now and find a way up there. Why don't we just go back the way we came? We literally had such a free way to get up there. What is this? Oh, it's a key. We had such like a free way to get up there, but no, we can't go through there, I forgot. But instead we just decided to completely ignore that. So where do we need to go on our map? We need to get into that hangar. Actually, we need to go up there. So I guess our best bet would be to try to go upstairs. Okay, so we actually got access to the defense door since we had that level 2 access key. And so it's just right outside that mess hall. So we're gonna head upstairs. And hopefully this episode doesn't run on too long because I don't want to go on for a super long time, but let's go in here and just see what's in here. It doesn't look like this is a place that we need to be. We're at the bridge. Is there like any chests or anything over here? Yeah, there is. There's a chest right here. Okay. Please be something cool. Yes, we got a wind defense up. That's going to be an ox chip. Basically, if I haven't explained this already, which I think I have, basically ox chips are different like stat boosters you can add to each of your blades, which will pretty much just, they have different roles. You can do different ones. What's in this door? It is locked, so we can't even get into it. Doesn't look like there's a chest, so we're going to head out of here. I don't think we're going to fight any of these guys. I don't think there's like a big need to. Maybe we can press this. Something we can press. No, it's a throne. I don't see anything we can actually interact with in here, so we're going to move on. Maybe we'll go this way as well. There's a treasure trove, so I think we're just going to go in here. Oh, I guess we're going to have to fight all these guys. There's so many guys in here. Let's fight. Okay, we've got about 50 guys on us right now. So, thankfully they're all like level 7. Oh, there's so many guys on us right now. This is not good. So, we're just going to go full on anime on this and just like have so much going on in the screen at once. It's just going to take up everything. We've got like 7 guys on us right now. I'm actually going to skip over this fight because it's probably going to take a while, guys, so I'll see you in just a second. Alright, so we just defeated a whole bunch of those guys. So we got a whole bunch of items as well. Looks like a lot of ox chips. So let's actually run in here and just grab this treasure trove and head out because I don't want to take up any more of that. We got another common core crystal. That's a question I've got. For those of you who have been playing this game and you might know a little bit more than I do. What are you guys doing about the common core crystals? Is this like, do you save them? Like, part of me wants to save them, but I don't think we actually can. Or I don't think we actually should because they give you so many, and I feel like you should just use them because there is like a bestiary-esque menu in your character menu where you can look at, you know, the voice actors and the artwork of all the blades that you've collected. So that makes me think that, excuse me, we should be using all our common core crystals, which I'm not really sure if we should or not. So yeah, if you guys know, let me know in the comment section down below if I should just be using all the core crystals. See that icon floating over there? It indicates a location of a heart-to-heart talk. Oh, okay, so similar to like something like Final Fantasy 15, I assume. You'll run into these icons all over Alra, so it's a good idea to check them out as you encounter them. To view a heart-to-heart, you'll need to have the right people present in your party at the right time of day. That's a pretty cool thing. So I guess this is going to be a way to deepen our relationship with our blades. That's pretty cool. Let's just check it out. I love how we just like, oh, and they're gone now. Those guys are just gone.
The side of a Titan Battleship is way different from a Monoceros, eh?
What is Monoceros?
Rex, you saw it, right? Moored at a pier back in Goldmouth. Jin and Poe's black boat.
Ah, that really impressive one. It runs without being hooked up to a Titan, right?
I'm no expert, but yeah, looked like it.
Sound awesome! Tora want to see too!
You won't get the chance, unless we see those Torna guys again.
Nah. Tora changed mind. No need to see.
Master Pawn changed mind at drop of hat.
Well, the Monoceros was pretty sweet, but this is nothing to scoff at either.
For sure. It's full of things I've never seen before.
Hey, that's because this vessel is result of latest breakthroughs in Ardanian tech. Regular folk never so much as set foot on board.
You say breakthroughs in technology, but what you mean is salvage stuff, right?
Not exclusively. I see lots of homegrown improvements as well. Like this, see? Whatever they've stuffed in here, it's been messed with so much, I can't tell what it was to start with.
That control panel, it transmits signal to Titan nerves. By running cables to different parts of Titan from here, can control signal flow much more better.
What? That's amazing.
And this cable itself have 2.4 times the speed and 12 times the capacity of previous iteration. In other words, it's on whole other level to stuff other countries use.
Ah. So if they put this in a smaller Titan vessel, it would work even better.
Ping-pong! Correct!
They seem to be having fun, but it's all gibberish to me. Poppi, what do you think?
That's not even so bad.
Oh, really?
Poppi have access to much varied information. Considering interests of Master Pawn, technology info is especially rich. So for Poppi is not issue following conversation in question. Moreover, if necessary, Poppi could outgeek Master Pawn if Poppi tried.
Right, okay. I'm sorry I doubted you.
No worry, Mia. Poppi can also hold conversation on favorite bug dishes of Mia.
You're too kind. I should point out, though, it's not bugs I like, but fish.
Meh! Poppi apologize. Poppi update her database now. Master Pawn not always fastidious in data entry, so mistakes happen.
Tora? I like bugs now, do I?
Nah. Tora suddenly feel very unsafe. Rex, we should move on. We stay here, something bad bound to happen.
Like what?
No time to waste. We go.
Heart to Heart, Ardanian technology complete. I actually like that little sequence quite a bit. I want to try and find all of those. I wonder if that's some sort of achievement to do. I like that. Let's go ahead and take these guys out really quick. That was cool. So it kind of gives you a little bit of insight into some of the characters that you're traveling with. So we got to learn a little bit about Poppi and how, you know, she's made up of technology that Tora has put in her, that she can actually know a whole lot about all the different races. But, you know, some of it's obviously wrong, considering that she didn't know that Nia actually had or liked fish instead of bugs. But it's still pretty cool. I like it. What is this? Pathway control panel. Oh, heck yeah. Thank you, Xenoblade Chronicles 2. Just thank you. Thank you for this. I literally hate it when I have to backtrack all that way, but now I can just walk down this little panel. So it looks like we're gonna have access to the hangar now. We're about out of time, so I'm gonna go ahead and wrap things up here. Thank you guys so much for watching this and keeping up with the series. I really appreciate it. I'm loving this game so much. It's actually, as much as I harp on it sometimes, it's got so many good aspects that keep me coming back to it, and I'm having a lot of fun. So if you guys liked the video, leave it a like and let me know what you thought about it in the comments section down below. And if you guys want to see more of this or any other series I do, hit that subscribe button and hit the little bell so you can be notified when I put out a new video. My Instagram and Twitter will be put in the description down below, so if you guys want to keep up to date with anything that I'm doing, go ahead and follow those. So thank you guys for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.